Hello, my friends. Irene in here again. So, uh, I left it in here, like in this situation. You have like this music, like kind of telling us that it might be a tough situation going on in here. I'm sorry. I'm just trying to position things. Okay, so no, don't do it. I gotta right now. Yeah, can't hold it. Come on, Theo, you drink every day, don't you? This is nothing for you. It's just a mic. Oh no. If you puke on me, I will never forgive you. Oh, I thought it was some other kind of situation going on. I know you had fun tonight, but try to take care of yourself, okay? You aren't that young anymore. What are you going to do when I'm not here to drag you home? I don't need to worry about that. You'll always be there for me. Theo. Wait, don't try to flatter your way out of this. Also, I heard that at the end. I won't be there for you if you throw up on me. I'm serious. I guess I'll hold it in then. I wouldn't want to lose you. That shouldn't be the only thing holding you back from vomiting on someone. Huh? Why did you randomly stop? Nothing, I just thought I saw something move. I glance over at the alleyway. Even though it's dark, I can still see the back wall due to the lights. I don't see anything. Yeah, that's weird. I could have sworn that the Orla guy died here, right? Maybe it's his ghost. Okay, we are leaving now. I'm gonna pretend I didn't hear that. Shouldn't detectives not believe in ghosts? Obviously, ghosts aren't real, but just because you know something to be true doesn't mean you can stop your brain from thinking otherwise. You're right, just like how I know I shouldn't drink this much. I still... hold it in, Theo. Oh my, 2 days. It's just horrible. I'm trying, but it's getting hard. It's because of my allergies. I was almost spotted. That would have been really bad, wouldn't it? After all, my face would have scared her, don't you think? Shh. Tough crowd today. Why are you sulking over there? I thought you'll be happy. It's going exactly as you wanted. Something's wrong. Why is she acting like that? What was that? Are you having second thoughts already? No. Oh, really? Even though you went out of your way to send that text? Even though you tipped off the police? Why'd you do that, I thought you wanted to be uninvolved. No reason. Well, keep your secrets if you want. I'll figure them out soon enough. Well then, dear Yunie, enjoy your happiness while you still have it. After all, it won't last forever. But you'll know that, won't you? Oh my god, the end of the demo. I was so close to the end of the demo. Oh, this is sad. This is really sad. Because I could have finished the other day and I didn't. Oh, this is sad. Okay. You can now skip the deduction sections if you replay. You might even get a few extra lines at the end if you do all the routes. The side story is also accessible from the main menu. Oh, I mean, yeah, wait, you might even get extra lines. Okay, so we did the Alexei's one. Wait, that's it. He looks a little surprised. Maybe he didn't think I'll want to be with him longer than necessary. Well, I do think there's some merit in visiting the police station. They are the ones who did the investigation after all. Besides, this is my one and only chance to interact with the Crown Prince. Why would I pass this up? Fine. Really? Why do you look so surprised? Did you change your mind? No, of course not. I just didn't think you'll agree that easily. I honestly thought you'll refuse. If I didn't want you to accompany me, I wouldn't have offered myself as an option. Do you need me to disguise her? No need. She can be the annoying journalist who won't stop pestering me. It certainly wouldn't be the first time I was hounded by one. Okay, I'm good at being annoying. Wonderful. The lady at the desk looked a little shell-shocked when the Crown Prince strolled in through the front door, but then she guided us to the empty room without asking any questions. You are seeing how I'm talking on this. It's getting rough. I got a couple curious stares on the way here. I tried to smile confidently, like I belonged, but it was harder to do that. It was harder to do than expected. Why do you keep looking around like you did something wrong? Is there something I should be aware of? Sometimes you just get nervous when you see police officers, you know? I couldn't tell you. I guess not. Anyway, did they just put us in a random room? I thought they'd lead us to the evidence room or something. That isn't necessary. When you're the Crown Prince, you simply wait for others to bring the evidence to you. He leans against the table, arms crossed, and there's a confident air around him that I could never hope to pull off. I will ask one of the investigators who was at the crime scene to deliver the evidence. They can also brief me on the case while they are here. It will be two birds in one stone. Can someone of your status get a meeting with someone higher up? Those people are experts at saying a lot of words that give away zero information. It's tiring to deal with. If I have other options, I'll rather try those first. Besides, I have a suspicion that one of them ordered Alexei's arrest. I see. I've always thought they all had to listen to Prince's theory, but I guess it's messier than that. Well, if you're going to be talking to someone else, should I step outside? I gestured towards the door, already reaching for it, but he holds out a hand to stop me. Why? I didn't think you wanted me to listen to official police business. Prince's theory gives me a look and then reaches into his pocket. He scribbles something on the piece of paper he pulls out and then hands it to me. What's this? You seem to be under the impression that you are just tagging along here. That is not the case. You are here as a detective. I didn't stop you from accompanying me because I thought your help would be invaluable. Oh, thank you. But why did you just hand me a check? It is payment for your employment. Is it not enough? He seems genuinely baffled, as if it was normal to just hand someone a check worth more than their monthly rent. It's way too much and I can't take it now anyway. I haven't even done anything. I shove the check back to Prince's theory. He takes it, though he looks at me like I'm the weird one. You were very quick to pull out the checkbook, I see. It's a habit. Is it like checkbooks are things that are still common in your country? Because in here, you do not use them anymore. You simply just, in most of the places in here, you cannot even use them anymore. Through companies, it's kind of different. You can still use them because they can go until like 30 days of I think it's 60. I think it's even like 60 days that you can still pay. Like imagine you pass a check and you can still go until 60 days for the other person to actually be able to retrieve that kind of money. So many companies in here, they are like, oh, like imagine you are going to deposit the check and you cannot, because it's still withheld for 60 days, so only after this is kind of hard for me to explain to you. It's how companies work in here, so they can take more time. Like imagine it's like I paid you, but I can take like 2 months to actually really pay you for it. So they use this stupid check tactic, you know. So they don't go into, imagine, like a factory failure. Do you understand what I'm trying to say? Like, they kind of do that in here. But that is only allowed between companies. In here, if you want to pay like an employer or something of the kind, like we are seeing in here, you cannot do it with checks anymore. You absolutely cannot anymore. It's not allowed. It used to be, but I would say like, I don't know, maybe from 10 years till now that you cannot. It must be nice to be able to afford that kind of habit. He finally puts the check away, although he does offer it to me a couple more times again before doing so. Are you certain you don't want it? We can discuss payment after we clear Alexi's name. I want to earn it first. You can decide how much to pay me later based on how I do. Very well then. Okay, I'm sorry if you're going to actually feel the difference, but I think no, it's the same thing. It's like so loud today in my ears. Why? I don't know. Let's skip it. It's loud. Okay. For someone who was so quick to answer money earlier, you surprisingly do not seem to be very motivated by monetary rewards. Oh, that's not true. I really do love money. I see. Not all of us can be rich princes. Now then, detective, as I mentioned earlier, I would like to enlist your help. You will stay here and listen as I speak with the investigators. I expect you to inform me if you notice anything during the conversation. No keeping quiet. Yes, sir. This counts as my first official job request, right? I should do my best. I give him a goofy salute and he rolls his eyes, but I think I spot the corners of his mouth twitch a little. You were at the crime scene earlier, correct? Do you remember the faces of the investigators there? I think so. Do you want me to describe them? No need, here. He holds something out to me. It's the book he picked up at the front desk on the way here. What's that? The directory. I figure you wouldn't know their names, so their pictures should help. This book contains the list of all currently employed policemen, so you should be able to find them in there. He really went out of his way to get these, trusting that I would remember enough to make use of it. Thank you. I quickly thumbed through the pages, determined not to let him down. They were both wearing caps, so it's a little hard to pinpoint exactly who they are. I flipped through a page and then another one until I'm almost at the end of the book. Oh no, did I miss them? I start over and flip through the book again, still nothing. No. Why can't I find them, even after Prince Theory went out of his way to do this for me? A gloved hand taps my own, and it's only then that I realize I'm gripping the book tightly. Relax, you'll rip the pages. Sorry. You don't need to worry so much. If you can't identify them, I will simply summon them one by one until I find who we are looking for. It's not the end of the world. Let me just... This is killing me. I need to put it lower. In my ears, at least. Not for you. It's fine. I mean, the music is cool, it's just that it's killing me, you know? No, I'll find them, I promise. I don't want to waste your time. I spend most of my days going to meetings that are a waste of my time. This is nothing to me. He's trying to encourage me, isn't he? Maybe he's nicer than I thought. With renewed vigor, I resume flipping through the pages again. After a couple minutes, one portrait catches my eye. I must have accidentally missed it earlier. I think this guy was one of them. Wonderful, I'll summon him at once. There was another guy with him. Do you need me to look for him too? No need, just one should suffice. They most likely share the same information. He takes the book from my hands and reaches for the internal phone. Is there any chance he isn't here right now? We did come at a rather weird time. I may curse my title sometimes, but it's especially helpful at times like this. He will come if I call for him. Your Highness. He really did come at record time too. Barely 10 minutes after Prince Theory is summoned for him, a policeman comes rushing into the room. He looks caught between bowing and saluting and ends up doing both at the same time. Please be at ease. I apologize for interrupting your work. No, I'm the one who's sorry for making you wait. The guy looks sweaty, as if he had just run from somewhere far away, and I can spot bits of breadcrumbs still stuck to the front of his uniform. Not at all. Have you been informed about why I have summoned you? Yes, sir. I was briefed on the way here. You wanted to know about the murder. That's correct. I've seen the autopsy already, but I wanted to hear your opinion on the crime scene. Mine, sir. Wouldn't the chiefs be better? You are the one who investigated the scene, are you not? I would rather hear it straight from you. You are the most knowledgeable about the situation, after all. Your Highness. That guy's not crying, is he? Prince Theory's been so cranky these past few hours that I've almost forgotten how nice he is in public. I hadn't planned on getting involved, but I heard that the suspect escaped from prison earlier. We must solve this case as soon as possible for the safety of our country. Can I count on your assistance? He really should have gone into action. Of course, I will tell you everything I know. But what is it? Sorry, who is that? They both glance over at me. Oh, cause this is his color. Yeah, in here, like the other one was red, and his color is like this. I think it's a light blue, right? Because I don't see blues very well, but it appears to be like a light blue. Annoying reporter, right? Hi, I'm Jill from Mercurius News, here to cover the murder of Misha from the Orla gang. Please pretend I'm not here. I apologize mentally to my coworker whose name and personality I stole, but honestly, she probably wouldn't care. Oh, I'm super... Oh, what? I cannot read this. It's too much fast. I promise I'll write the best article you've ever read. Sorry, I couldn't read it. It was too much fast. I don't know, we can probably do like a tracking through the log. Okay, I'm super thankful that His Highness granted me this opportunity. I knew as soon as I heard of the incident that I had to cover it, but everyone else turned me away. I've tried 14 times already, but none of them would hear me out. Can you believe how mean people are? I mean, this is for the good of the country. But you know what they say, winners never quit and quitters never win. So of course I stuck with it. Thankfully His Highness was here on my last attempt and he gave me the permission to cover this story. I'll promise I'll write the best article you've ever read. I'm trying to do it like in a fast way like she did, but... I'm stumbling over my words at the end. I've never talked so fast in my life before, but thankfully the policeman doesn't seem to notice. His eyes are as wide as saucers, and he doesn't seem to know what to do. He glances over at Prince Theory hesitantly. It's fine, just ignore her. He's covered his mouth with his hand, though I think I hear a quiet, huffle laugh before he composes himself. He's not laughing at me, is he? He's the one who told me to do this. I see. He gives Prince Theory a look of pity. He's probably making up all kinds of horror stories inside his head already. He can imagine whatever he wants as long as he lets me stay here. I'll be more than happy to help, Your Highness, but if you have the case files already, I'm not sure there's much else I can tell you about. Prince Theory pulls out a tablet and scrolls through it. He's been glancing at it on the walk over. It must contain the basic case files. Maybe he'll let me look after if I ask nicely. It says here that a letter with Alexei Diorla's fingerprints on it was found. May I see the contents of it? The real version has been sent to the lab to be further analyzed, but I can send you a photograph of it, sir. Thank you, that would be wonderful. Something appears on the tablet Prince Theory is holding. I can see it from where I am, but then my phone vibrates. Okay. He actually sent it to me. Wait, how did he even get my number? Sammy? I really need to tell him off for privacy invasion next time. There's an image of a card attached with a single word written on it, warehouse. Warehouse? What does he mean by that? His body was found between Celestial and the Cosmolux Hotel. I don't think there are any warehouses around there. Perhaps he was killed somewhere else and then moved? More importantly, there's a drawing on this card. What is this thing? A smiling mask? And is that a rose? What a weird picture. It's a little unnerving to look at. Huh? What was that? I quickly glance up and excuse already on the tip of my tongue, but Prince Theory is not even looking at me. Instead, he's staring at the card with a frown on his face. It's Blackthorn, sir. Who's Blackthorn? We already know. I glance back at the card, but nothing else happens. My visions doesn't darken, the sharp pain in my head doesn't come back. It's just a mask smiling at me almost mockingly. What was that? Could this have something to do with that vision? I had the same reaction this morning too when I tried to remember it. Does this evidence not clear Alexei Diorla from suspicion? Forensics is currently investigating to make sure. However, since Alexei Diorla is aware of Blackthorn, they don't believe this is sufficient to prove his innocence. I hope you understand the weight of this accusation. This is no longer just about this case. I'm sure the chief is aware, sir. Since Alexei's fingerprints were found on the envelope, he's certain that this is the decisive piece of evidence. Prince Theory frowns at his tablet, looking a little upset. I still don't know what this card symbolizes, but it seems to be important. Maybe it's some kind of threatening death letter? I feel like if you're going to send one, wiping your fingerprints off the envelope would be the first thing you'll do. Wait, envelope? Oh, we also received an anonymous tip this morning, sir. About what? They claimed that they spotted Alexei Diorla near the crime scene. That's the reason why the arrest warrant went out for him so quickly. That must be what Sammy mentioned earlier. And they couldn't find out who or where the call came from. Unfortunately, the person hung up too quickly to track, sir. They were also using a voice changer. So Alexei was sent a message to go to the alleyway, and the second he does, he gets called in for being too close to the crime scene. It feels like he was set up. Very well then, was there anything else? No, sir. Oh, wait. They are wrapping up already? Prince Theory told me I should speak up if I notice anything, so I quickly typed something on my phone and sent it off. You are this... Your Highness? I typed too fast that even autocorrect can save it, and Prince Theory squints down at his tablet for several seconds. Maybe I should resend it. Were Alexei the Orla fingerprints found on the actual card? Oh, he actually deciphered it. According to forensics, they were not. Pardon me? His fingerprints were only on the envelope, sir. It's always like this when it's like the beginning of the day, you know. It's like I have the microphone in front of you and then I just cannot read it in the right way. Okay, I start typing a new message, but Prince Theory follows up without my prompting. That's it. His tone suddenly gets a lot sharper, and it's obvious from the way the policeman almost takes a step back that he wasn't expecting it. Sorry? That sounds like he just got the mail for someone else. Misha, for example. I'm failing to see how this could be considered decisive. Or is there another part of this that I'm missing? Was no further investigation done? Please tell me there were other clues found. I'm not sure, Your Highness. If you like more information, I can get Chief... No need, you are dismissed. The policeman doesn't need to be told twice. He quickly scampers away before Prince Theory has even finished his sentence. Prince Theory looks like he barely notices the policeman escaping from the room. Instead, he's busy scrolling through his tablet, deep in thought. I don't know what to do with myself, so I try to copy him and stare down at the only evidence I have, but no new revelations come to me. Well, Jill from the Mercurius News, any insights? I try to pick an honorable publishing company in case anyone looked into it. It's fine, Sammy has erased the footage of this room. There won't be any proof you exist outside of the policeman's memories, but I doubt he'll say anything about you anyway. I, on the other hand, will most likely feature in several of his conversations. Will most likely be featured, right? I don't know. Is it okay to just let him go like that? He probably won't say nice things about you. Very few people do. I want to protest against his statement, but he doesn't look too bothered by it either way, so I decide to drop the subject. Sammy's kind of a cheat code, huh? He can just erase any footage he wants to. It's nice to be associated with someone capable, if only Alexei could learn from him. Despite complaining about it though, he's been helping Alexei out the entire day. By the way, why did you text me? Huh? He hasn't seemed upset earlier, but I guess he wasn't too happy about being told what to do after all. Sorry, it won't happen again. Pardon? Oh, I'm not upset. I was just inquiring why you didn't speak up for yourself. Oh, I mean, you are the prince. People listen to you, and this is your investigation. I didn't want to overstep. He stares at me for an uncomfortable amount of time and then seems to come to a conclusion. Very well then, if it helps give you more confidence, I don't mind if we do things this way. Feel free to use my title as needed. Huh? What's that supposed to mean? Now then, tell me about your thoughts. He pulls out one of the chairs and crosses his legs, looking far too regal to be sitting on something that has several mysterious old stains on it. He pays the state of the chair no mind though, focusing instead on scowling down at his tablet. Those buffoons were so eager to declare the case closed after one measly investigation. Useless fools. This is exactly why no one has faith in our police system anymore. From what I can tell, whoever set this up must be someone Alexei interacts with a lot. Why do you say that? The text message and the fingerprints all point to someone who knows Alexei's habits. I guess the fingerprints could be a lucky coincidence for the killer, but given how they went out of the way to tip the police off as well, I feel like they must have known that Alexei gets the mail for Misha. We are on the same page then. I had the same thought. So who's Blackthorn, by the way? He pauses, eyebrows furrowed as he looks at me. Hey, I've already learned a lot of state secrets today. What's another one? Okay. Sorry, I was just kidding. I know you can tell me. Forget I asked. No, you have the right to know. I'm sure you're tired of hearing this from me, but please keep it to yourself. Of course, I won't tell anyone, and even if someone finds out, I didn't hear it from you. I have very little faith in your acting skills, but that's good enough for now, I suppose. We can't all be acting prodigies like you. Blackthorn is a serial killer who always leaves these logos somewhere near their victims. You could say it's their moniker. What? A serial killer? I almost think I've misheard him, but he's simply not. Yes, although their presence is kept under wraps from the general public, only the upper echelon is aware of their existence. Naturally, Alexei knows, given his position as Sasha Diorla's younger brother, although even if he wasn't, everyone at the hideout knows at this point. Do you remember the governor's murder at the park, or the department store owner who was found drowned in his pool? But there was no mention of a serial killer in the news. If I remember correctly, they were both reported as accidents. That is because some people are very eager to make sure Blackthorn's existence stays a secret. It was decided early on to blame the killings on other factors. Blackthorn goes after corrupt individuals. They are a vigilante of sorts. It's no surprise that people in power want to keep them a secret. The last thing they need is for the public to sympathize with the serial killer. And just in case they themselves were targeted and killed, they didn't want their reputation to be tarnished. If the public knew, then all the Blackthorn's victims would be outed for corruption and their associates suspected. After all, you were aware that the governor was murdered because he was taking bribes, did you? Or that the department store owner was extorting his employees? No, I didn't know at all. I suppose the gag order did its job then. I can say I was necessarily in agreement with it in the beginning, but at this point it may do more harm than good to reveal Blackthorn's existence. It might even cause mass panic. A serial killer. It's kind of scary to think that there was one going around this whole time and I didn't know. Come to think of it, I wasn't aware of that virus that Matt Weiss' doctor talked about earlier. This country seems to have a lot of secrets that it keeps from us. Okay. What are you thinking about? I was just a little spooked by the cards, sorry. No need to apologize. I can't imagine it's very pleasant to learn that there's been a serial killer roaming around that we haven't been able to catch. If it helps put your mind at ease, you have a very low chance of being targeted. I'm more likely to be their victim. They normally go after more public individuals after all. Yeah, but we had that vision, and in that vision, he was attacking us probably. Maybe it wasn't him, because from the scene that we just saw from the last part of the demo, Blackthorn was working with someone that it actually might be one of our love interests. That doesn't make me feel better at all. Besides, I don't think they'll go after you either. You don't fit their criteria. His eyes widened in surprise. Clearly, he hadn't been expecting that. Thank you. Unfortunately, there are many others who dislike my decisions who would disagree with you. Well, I don't know much about politics, but from my experience, it's impossible to please everyone. So as long as you do what you think is best for this country and its people, no one has the right to call you corrupt just because you have a difference in opinion, right? Sorry, I'm probably oversimplifying things. You are indeed. But I appreciate the sentiment regardless. It's nice to hear from a citizen's perspective and be reminded that policy makers and advisors aren't the only ones who live in this country. I'm glad I decided to come here with him. It feels like he trusts me just a little now. That's kind of a wild thing to say about me and the Crown Prince, isn't it? Shall we head back now? Despite Sammy's wizardry, we should probably not stay here for too long. Yeah, of course. I take one last look at the card before shoving the phone back into my pocket. Which way? Sorry, I click it. It was me. Which warehouse do you think it's referring to? Oh, you mean the card? I'm not sure, unfortunately. I believe that the Orlas have quite a few warehouses under their possession. I suppose Alexei might know. Okay, we can ask him later then. Do you think he'll be upset to learn about Blackthorn? Which part? That they were the killer in this case? I doubt it. Alexei hasn't ever really cared about them. At most, he'll be annoyed that he's being suspected in their place. But he was close with Misha, right? And since he got the card, that'll mean that he was corrupt? Yeah. Though maybe he won't be surprised, they are gangsters after all. I'm sure they've done some less than stellar things. Prince Theory is quiet for a moment, drumming his fingers against the desk as he considers how to respond. I know I'm the one who informed you of this, but I'll advise against going down this line of thinking. If you let yourself believe that every victim Blackthorn kills is corrupt, then that will mean you trust the serial killer's judgment. You're right, I didn't think about it in that way, sorry. See, like, remember that I was telling you that I do a lot of this, which is like, putting the verbs in a past way, because in my language everything that happens, like, it already happened, so it's in the past. Like, this is one of the situations, and some minutes ago we passed another one of those situations. Like, I didn't think about it in that way. Like, she's talking about the situation that already passed. For us, it would be like, I didn't thought about it in that way. So that's why, because everything, like, you have this, which is like you continue to think the verb in a present way. And that's why you will see me like going into like putting the verbs in the past all the time. In my own language, we do not do it like that. We do it like, this is an action that happened some minutes ago, but it's in the past for us. So since it's in the past, we would not say it like this. I didn't think about it in that way. We would say like, I didn't thought about it in that way, because like thought, because it's in the past. Yeah, this is like one of the situations that I was like kind of like telling you about, and I do that like a lot of times because my processing kind of goes into my native language, and so I end up like putting the verbs in the past all the time. I'm afraid he'll be upset, but instead he just smiles. You apologize a lot, just like Jim. The guys mean a lot to you, don't they? You bring them up very often. More than they'll ever know. I'm a bit surprised by his honesty, and judging from the expression on his face, he is too. I trust you won't tell them I said that, Detective. Your secret's safe with me, Your Highness. These, along with the other state secrets you've already entrusted me with. This is the most important one. Even more than the serial killer or the jailbreak? Yes, I'm afraid so. Okay. So this is the part we already saw, right? So I was kind of like, I don't know. Oh, we cannot skip it. God, I'll return it. I was trying to see. Sorry, I'm going to pass it because I'm like, I think like this is like the parts that we already did. But he's not allowing me to skip. It's kind of weird. It's probably because you have like one or another phrase that is kind of like different, I suppose. Do you like to skip? Oh, okay, yeah. And okay, we can skip in here. And we are probably going to get like the part where we are with the prince, yeah. He's sipping his probably very expensive drink contently, and he smiles and tilts his head and the empty seat across from him when he notices me making my way over. Hello, detective, thank you for your help. Hi, Prince Theory. You know, I've gotten so used to your normal personality that your fake smile looks a bit weird now. Oops, I didn't mean to say that out loud. You claimed that it would be disrespectful if you called me by my name, yet you seem to have no problem being bluntly rude to my face. I guess I'm a little more comfortable around you now. Really, I'm glad to hear that. Maybe it's the alcohol, or maybe it's because the case is over for now, but he seems more relaxed. Did the negotiations go okay? It was every bit as annoying as I expected, but as long as Alexei can walk free, it's worth it. The chief of police put up a fight as expected, but even he couldn't say much when Blackthorn was brought up. Implicating Alexei in this situation would open up a whole new can of worms. I'm sure he'll rather not deal with it at this moment, especially since the duelist would most certainly retaliate in that scenario. Thankfully, he finally decided to use his brain and realized that dropping the charges would be the smartest course of action. He mutters something under his breath that sounds suspiciously like motherfucker, but when I glance over at him, he smiles at me pleasantly. Alexei's lucky to have a friend like you. I'm aware I wouldn't mind hearing that more often coming from him, however. He glances over at Alexei, who is wallowing in pity by himself, and raises his glass smugly. He gets the middle finger in return. He seems very thankful. Man, I like Alexei so much. Like, this guy, he's okay, but I like the other guy so much. He will retaliate by being excruciatingly annoying at our next meeting. In any case, that is enough talk about work. Can I ask you a question then? Of course. I pause, a little surprised at the lack of hesitation in his answer, and he raises an eyebrow in response. Did you think I would turn you down like I did earlier? Yeah, actually. Even though we are now drinking together, well, it hasn't even been a day yet, so I wasn't sure. In a single day, you've managed to break into jail, help us escape, investigate a case, and put forth a reasonable solution. It does sound wild when he puts it that way. You've done enough for me to let go of my earlier reservations, wouldn't you say? While we're on the topic, allow me to apologize again. No more apologies. You've already said sorry so many times. It's okay, really. I wouldn't have trusted me if I was in your shoes either. He's quiet for a few moments before he holds out his hand. In that case, allow me to extend an offer of friendship instead. Huh? Whatever I thought he'd been about to say, it wasn't this. Contrary to popular belief, I don't particularly enjoy pushing people away. The opposite, in fact. Your entrance hardly inspired much confidence, but I suppose what I'm trying to say is that I would like to place my trust in you anyway. What do you say, detective? I, feeling a little unsure, I wait for him to retract his offer, but when he doesn't, I slowly inch my hand forward and place it in his. We shake hands. His grip is firm, as expected of someone who probably does this for a living. Is this normally how rich people make friends? It's silent for a couple of seconds, and I realize he's waiting for me to answer his question. It would be my honor, and I promise I won't ever betray your trust. He stares at me quietly for a couple of moments, as if confirming my sincerity. I make sure not to look away, even though the eye contact and joined hands start feeling a little awkward. Wonderful, then I will be counting on your assistance in the future as well. And with that, he moves away and my hand drops back down to my lap. Did I make a friend, or did I just get hired? Whatever, don't overthink this. It's a once-in-a-lifetime opportunity. Even though he most likely just offered to be polite, it's still very real to me. I smile down at my hand, though I quickly school my expression to something more neutral when he glances back over at me. Now then, that was a rather long non sequitur, but I believe you wanted to ask me a question. Should I ask him the question I had before, or should I stay with the current topic? It's like the other one was kind of the same with Alexei, which it didn't say that it was going to increase nothing, so we could just ask whatever. About the friendship. You have a problem with it? No, of course not. I'm just kind of starstruck. Honestly, I mean, before today, I didn't think you actually existed. Sorry, that came out wrong. It's just I only knew you from press conferences or TV and my co-workers' social media posts. You're like a celebrity to me. I didn't think I'll ever get a chance to meet you. But I don't think that way anymore. After talking to you, I can see you are an actual human being. The bar appears to be quite low, but thank you. Your co-workers post about me on social media. Yeah, of course. Here, let me show you. I quickly take my phone. It's so hard because I have like the freaking microphone in front of the text box. I quickly take my phone out and open one of my social media apps. Prince Theory slides over next to me and leans in to look over my shoulder. The thing is, like, you're probably like, just put the microphone wherever it's... Yeah, it has to do with where the microphone is going to grab my voice. And since it's in this way, I cannot actually put it in another way, otherwise you're not going to hear me. So, yeah, there's that. Oh, this is my coworker Rachel. She posts a lot about you, see? What is it? Oh, he looks good. The first image that shows up is Prince Theory, no doubt for some kind of photo shoot. He wears a lot of rings, right? He has like a ton of rings in his hands. And jewelry all over. My eyes linger on the picture for a second too long before I realize with horror that he can't see the comment section below it. Oh my god, he's so hot. Only one reason to watch those boring SF press conferences, and it's because this eye candy gets all the screen time. You are telling me the man who raises my taxes looks like that? You all are so gullible. It's just photo editing. Even Adonis didn't look like that. Oh, I'm sure there's something else. There's not. I scroll down the feed and more photo shoots pop up with equally raunchy comments below. No wonder you didn't think I was an actual human being. Rachel, I'll get you back through this. I'm sorry, I didn't know it was like that. That's alright, I was well aware what was going to happen when they asked me to take advertisement photographs. What was the ad even for? I believe it was for shampoo. You are joking, right? Do I look like I am? Then what's the deal with all these jewels? That huge necklace. Your hair is not where my eyes are going. I was simply handed the jewelry and told to pose this way. They appeared to have a specific vision they wanted that I didn't care to protest against. Well, at least this shampoo company knows what's the money maker here. In any case, I was mainly interested in seeing how people in the younger demographic spoke about my policies. Oh, with all due respect, Your Highness, I don't think many of my co-workers care about that. I see. What is your opinion then? My opinion about your policies? No. Now that you've seen the real thing, do you agree with the photo editing comment? Huh? I've answered enough of your questions, haven't I? Now it's your turn to answer one of mine, detective. He looks amused by the whole ordeal, resting his chin against his palm and waiting for my answer. There's no way the Crown Prince of Solarie I was going to say it in French. Solarie. Okay, there's no way the Prince of Solarie. Now it's hard because I'm just thinking in French. Okay, leave it. He's trying to fish for compliments from me right now. I just got it the other way. This is like the bad thing of you knowing several languages. Just it gets so messy sometimes when you're reading like just a word. It gets so messy in your head. I mean, you look very nice in reality too. Kill me now. I have to say I wasn't expecting that, but that's high praise coming from you. Well, I'm not blind. For some reason, he looks very pleased with my answer, even though he surely gets complimented a lot on a daily basis. I cough and quickly sip at my drink, and he thankfully gets the hint and changes the topic. Would you like to try some of this? He holds up the bottle he's been working on, and I can only imagine the countless zeros on the price tag. It's okay, I don't actually like drinking that much, so it'll be wasted on me. A pity then. I was hoping you'll be drunk enough to agree to call me by my first name. Wait, what? Does it really matter to him that much? He doesn't respond, and I realize he's waiting for me to give it a try. But you're getting there? Your Royal Highness Prince Thierry, Crown Prince of Solarie. I want to say it in French. Why did it get longer? Yeah, because it's probably like French, remember? Because, actually, Thierry, I don't know, Thierry? And he had a brother, and the name of his brother was French too. So maybe it's more like, it's supposed to sound more like a French thing. Solarie. It makes sense, Solarie, yeah. So why did it get longer? Oh well, that's good enough for today. Hold out your hand, let me reward you for your efforts. My efforts for failing to say his name? I do as I'm told, offering my hand quizzically. I expected him to just give me a bottle of beer or another handshake or something, but instead he places a piece of paper in my hand. It's the check from earlier. That's right, you aren't allowed to refuse it. But it's too much. I seem to recall a certain detective saying that I could decide how much I gave based on her performance. Yeah, but I didn't do enough to deserve this. Everyone else helped a lot too, including you. I was just... detective. Yes? Consider it my own personal gratitude then. This is how I say thank you. Please accept it. I stop myself. As much as I still don't think I deserve it, I don't want to trample on his feelings either, and to keep refusing now seems rude, especially when he's being so sincere. Okay, I'll happily accept then. Thank you so much, Prince Theory. But since we are friends now, no more checks next time, okay? Alright, understood. He's fine, but he's kind of like, he's the responsible, decisive, very into himself, and very, I have money, so I spend it in the way that I want and as much as I want, kind of like of guy. Which is, for me, it's kind of like, but he looks great. In terms of visuals, he's very pretty, honestly. So let's see if we can get like the others. Okay. So even though you tip the police, okay, it's the same thing. It's funny that it was probably like just because of one word. So let's go to Jams, whatever you want to call him. I already told you that I don't want to call him Jam because it reminds me of something else. Me. Yeah, is that okay? Are you sure you want to go to the crime scene? It's not exactly the nicest place to be. To be honest, I was already there this morning. I think I'll be okay this time. Hopefully, I won't feel like throwing up again. Well, if you're sure, give me a second. I'll change into my uniform and then we can go. There's still no sign of Jim after 10 minutes and I start to get a little worried. Jim, are you okay in there? Ah, sorry, 1 second. Why won't this platoon fit anymore? It was fine earlier. Stupid thing. Are you sure you don't need help? Yeah, I'm fine. Let me just... What happened? Well, there goes one of his foam weapons. I'm ready. He suddenly appears in front of me, doing his best to pretend like nothing happened. If I squint a little, I think I can see some tape holding that poor platoon together. What? I want to tease him about it, but he's covering the platoon defensively with his hand, so I take pity on him and change the topic. Do you think I need a disguise too? Will they even let me in if I go with you? I probably should have thought of this before I volunteered. You can't just go as a detective. They shouldn't have a problem with you if I say you're with me. Even though I'm not police. Yeah, they've been trying to cooperate with more private investigators lately. Oh, is that why Mr. Potato Head was called in earlier? Not that I'm complaining, but I wonder why. They are running out of police investigators. There's a big case they're all dealing with, but even then it's still not enough, so they are looking for more help. I see. You are surprisingly knowledgeable about the police, Jim. Oh well, I have some connections. I've also been doing this for a long time. Wow, you're basically an actual officer. Full offense, but are you two done yet? The others already left. Please leave so I can blast my music in peace. Oh, sorry. We're heading out now. Bye, Sammy. Bye. The body's gone by the time we arrive, thankfully. The area is stepped off, but they let us in without much fuss. I was a little anxious that they'll ask to see our credentials, but true to Jim's words, they barely glanced our way. They really didn't even ask to see your badge. Yeah, I think they recognize me. Because of those connections of yours, right? Well, Theory put in a good word for me when I first started out. It's made things a lot easier for me, so I'm really thankful. That's nice of him. Can Prince Theory put in a good word to Mr. Potato Head for me too? Well, it's beneficial to him too. He can use me to do things his status won't allow him to do. Okay then, where should we start? Tell me what to do. You are the officer here. I'll follow your lead. That's just a cover story. You can order me around. I don't mind. There it goes, the guy that can take like a decision for himself. This is the reason I was like, I'm not going to pick this guy. Yeah, I'm not too smart, so, and he seems smart, but he doesn't have that leader. I don't think he has like that leadership kind of thing in him. I'm not too smart, so I'm more useful when people tell me what to do. I wouldn't even know where to start. In that case, let's just help each other as equals, investigation partners. Okay, that sounds good. He seems really excited about this. I wonder if he's always had to do this alone. Alright, let's see. I glance over at where the body was found. Other than the tape and the police loitering around, nothing else seems unusual. Do you know if there was blood found near the body? Let me check. He flips through a report that he was given on the way in. It says here that there was no reaction when they tested with luminol. Okay, so the actual crime scene might have been somewhere else and the body was moved here afterwards. The autopsy said he died at around 8 a.m., but the body wasn't discovered until 11, right? So it must have been moved during that time. They questioned the person who discovered the body already, and he said that he saw the body as soon as he opened the dumpster lid. I wonder if the culprit just brought the body in through the front. I don't think it's possible to leave them the back. To leave from the back. Aren't there doors back there? The celestial one's always locked. Few complains about it all the time because she has to go the long way around to throw out the trash. What about the one leading to the hotel? I'm not sure actually, I just assumed it was the same. I can go check. Jim goes to speak with one of the investigators, gesturing animatedly at the doors on both sides. I know he insists he's only a fake one, but since he's actually investigating, isn't he basically a real investigator? A streamer, cosplay, and now a policeman, he's really more talented than he gives himself credit for. Yeah, that's what I was saying, like he seems like he's a versatile and actually kind of like smart type of person, but he doesn't have that leadership skill within him. That's why he's always like looking for someone to give him the directions, you know, or choose for him. And let me tell you, I am not the biggest fan of people like that. I have one of that type of people in here, in my family. That's in my family. And it's always like, imagine, you say like this to the person. So, what do you want to eat? And the person is like, oh, I don't know. It's whatever you want to, you know. And you're like, okay. So, do we sit in here or in there? Oh, I don't know. It's, you know, it's where you want to. And this goes on and on and on. Then imagine you get the food and then the person is like, this is actually not good. Maybe if I ate like the other thing. And you're like, why didn't you pick it then? Like, you want to smack that person's head, you know? That's why I don't actually like that much people that are kind of like this. Got the answer. Jim returns within a few minutes looking proud of himself. Both doors are always locked. There are cameras inside the buildings as well, but no one was seen accessing the doors. Okay, we can treat this like a locked alley then. I glance over to the front of the alleyway and notice a security camera pointed right at the entrance. Hey, there's a security camera there. Do you think Sammy can find out who entered during that time frame? I'm sure he already has a list. That quickly? Do you think he's monitoring us right now? Only one way to find out. He moves in front of the security camera line of sight and gives it a quick wave. A couple seconds later, I hear his phone vibrate in his pocket. That's a yes. I suddenly feel a little self-conscious knowing I'm being watched. You don't need to worry about that. He's the last person in the world who would judge anyone. You could start moonwalking here, and he wouldn't find it weird. I appreciate the support, but I think I'll die from embarrassment, so I'll pass on that. Anyway, did you figure something out? It's just a little strange. There's a lot of traffic around these parts, especially during the early hours, yet the body wasn't found right away. Even if it was covered by the dumpster lid, no one opened it by accident until several hours later. I get Cosmolux being busy, but do people really go to Celestial so early in the morning? I thought it was more of a nighttime activity. My friend complains every day about the drunk people who pass out and refuse to leave until the next morning. She and the other girls always have to stay behind and watch them all night. Oh no, that's terrible. I wish people would think more about the trouble they are causing others. Agreed. We don't need to see this because we already did the investigation, so it's fine. What now? We should probably take a look at where the body was found. Do you have a picture of it? Yep, right here. The photograph he shows me basically looks the same as the scene I saw earlier. Are you sure you're okay looking at this? Yeah, it's just a photo. What about you? I've seen a lot of crime scenes after meeting Theory and Alexei, so I'm used to it now. How long have you guys known each other? A couple of years now, I think. I'll tell you the story later. Okay? Anyway, here's the body in digital form, significantly less trauma-inducing than the actual corpse. Now that Mr. Potato Head isn't breathing down my neck, though, I'll actually be able to investigate. Where do you want to start with first? Oh, okay. We have here, and okay. Hey Yunie, look. The hotel balconies are right above the dumpsters. It might just be a coincidence, but... Oh, you're right, I didn't even see it. You said this was basically a locked room, right? With the dad in the back and the cameras near the front. So I thought maybe the killer entered and exited a different way. I'm not sure how, though. See, like, he's kind of like smart, but he cannot take the leadership of it. We can figure that part out later. Let's jot it down for now. How did you even notice that? Do you like detective stories too? You seem to have a knack for this. I've only watched a couple of the popular ones, but once this is over, I'll watch more so I can talk to you about them. That's really sweet. We can watch your streams together too. Let's not. Too embarrassed? Well, you can watch them if you want, just don't let me know you're doing it. But that's fair. Yeah, I think it's kind of like embarrassing too, yeah. What are you doing? I thought maybe there would be a clue inside here. Jim is digging through the trash with an earnest look on his face. It's a bit weird to describe the scene as heartwarming, but he somehow makes it work. This kind of like this actually doesn't make a lot of sense, because by now the corpse wasn't here. Do you understand what I'm trying to say? Like, after all this time, the corpse wasn't in here anymore, you know. Do you need help? Nope, I got it. He doesn't like asking for help on anything, does he? I stand back and wait as he rustles through the garbage some more. The garbage wouldn't be there either. Yeah, that's another thing. The other policemen nearby shoot him disgusted looks, but Jim ignores them. Well, I think it's way cooler that he's actually doing the dirty work rather than standing there gossiping. After a couple of minutes, Jim straightens up. Find anything? No. That's okay. It's not like we are guaranteed to find clues everywhere. Stop looking so sad. I'll add it to our evidence stash anyway, okay? And then we have like this one. I'm looking around the alleyway for more clues when I notice Jim picking at something on the dumpster. What are you looking at? Is there something here, or is it just me? It looks a little lighter. Oh hey, you're right. There's a small mark in front of the bright dumpster. I completely missed it. What do you think it is? Not sure. How did it make that mark anyway? Paint, maybe? I'll go check. Wait. And there he goes. Oh, welcome back. They said there was some paint there that was washed off. It looks like the area is drier than the parts around it too. Well, it was raining earlier this morning before I met up with Vio, so we can assume the paint was washed off then. Do you think it's graffiti? Graffiti doesn't wash off that easily, right? Maybe it's not related to the case. Maybe, though I still think we should keep it in mind, just in case. Garbage? The weird thing? Is there something else? Oh, this one is done, this one is done. Oh, it's the schedule. Okay. What's that over there? Looks like a sign. It's hard to read in the photograph though, so let's look at the real thing. I'll do it. I'll be right back. Wait. He's so eager about this. Well, as long as he's having fun. I'm back. It's the garbage collection schedule. It looks like they pick up trash at 9 AM on Tuesdays. Hey, that's today. Oh, you're right. I forgot what day of the week it was. I wish that happened to me, but unfortunately, I always count down the days until the weekend. That's kind of like me too. I mean, when you are going on your holidays or something, you don't even notice. But when you, especially when you're working, you're like, yeah, you are counting the hours and the days and all of it. So that means they picked up the trash at 9 AM this morning as well. Any chance they saw the body? Doesn't seem like it. The police already called to check. Well, assuming they are telling the truth, that means it's most likely the body was dropped off between 9 AM and 11 AM. That'll narrow down the potential suspects. I think we're done here unless there's anything else you wanted to check out. No, I'm good. To be honest, it's getting a little stuffy in this outfit. Oh no, you should have said something. It wouldn't have mattered. This investigation is more important, so I would have stayed anyway. Yeah, but we could have stopped for some water or something. Okay, let's hurry up and go back so you can change out of your outfit. Sounds like a plan. We did a good job, right? Yeah, we actually found more clues than I expected. Honestly, we make a pretty good team. It's all thanks to your help, partner. No problem, partner. We salute each other, but the other police officers nearby started to give us weird looks, so we hurriedly left the scene. Okay, I know that you probably still have something in here, but I don't think it's important. Yeah. So I'm just going to pass. Because I think it's probably kind of like the same. You just have like one or another phrase that it's probably going to be like different, you know, so I don't see a reason. I make the decision to go join Jim, but he's suddenly not there anymore. Huh? Where did he go? Oh, there he is, getting refills for everyone. I give him a small wave when he happens to look over, pointing to the empty seat next to me. He nods, dropping off one last can at Sammy's table before sliding into the booth. Hey, you're such a mum friend, Jim. Huh? Where's this coming from? I gestured towards the other tables, and it's only then that I realized he had gone out of his way to get specific drinks for each person. Yep, definitely a mum friend. I guess I do like taking care of the others. It makes me feel useful. But she kind of has that too. She kind of like cares about the others too. She has that too. I don't know about using the word useful. You are way more talented than you give yourself credit for. Thank you. Take your disguise skill, for example. The fact that it actually looks real and not like a cheap imitation is incredible. I can't imagine the amount of time and hard work it took to get everything. Okay, please stop. He holds out his hand to stop me, face red, and I can't help but laugh at the display. He's surprisingly easy to tease. Do you want another drink? No, it's okay. I have work tomorrow and I don't drink much anyway. He has like really cute eyes though, and I like his freckles. I love freckles. At least I hope I still have work. Mr. Potato Head might just fire me tomorrow for my stint today. I kind of just disappeared on him. It's not fair though. All my other co-workers slack off and ditch whenever they want, yet he only picks on me. If I get fired, they should be too. Oh right, you work at the Douglas Detective Agency, right? The one a couple blocks down from the mall. You know of it? That's a surprise. Not many people pay attention to detective agencies unless they are specifically looking for them. Well, I may have paid it a visit today. Huh? What? Why? Theory asked me to speak with your boss to make sure you were excused for today. He didn't want you to get in trouble tomorrow. Oh, we didn't knew about that. Remember that she was like really concerned about how is it going to be tomorrow when I go to the agency. I dropped by on the way here. Your boss didn't seem too happy about it, but I think he understood. I stared blankly at him and then quickly pulled out my phone to check. It's not that I think he's lying, but it's something I need to see for myself to believe. True to Jim's words, there's one single message from Mr. Potato Head waiting for me when I open up my texts. You may have been excused today, but I expect you to be on time tomorrow. No excuses for being late. It's Potato Head. I have never been so excited to see a text message from him before. I don't know what to say, Jim. You're a literal lifesaver. You're the best, most awesome person in the world. Thank you so much. Well, it was Theory's idea. I'm just a henchman. Don't talk about my savior like that. Okay. Well, if we're being honest, it wasn't my first time there anyway. There's an arts and crafts store next door that I sometimes go to. I saw the sign once and it stuck with me because I've never seen a detective agency before. You sure it wasn't because of how ugly the sign looked? I think my boss made it 5 minutes before the grand opening and has never changed it. It's charming. You don't need to force yourself to praise it, Jim. It's a travesty. I pause. There's something that's been on my mind all day and now seems like the right time to ask about it. Any chance we've met before today, maybe when you passed by the agency or someplace else? I'm worried I might have sounded too suspicious, but if Jam notices anything, he doesn't show it. I don't think so. I think I would have remembered you. Could be pretending not to know about the vision, but he doesn't seem like the type of person to do that. Did he really not see it then? Well, even if we had run into each other before, the agency sign probably stood out more than me anyway, so I don't blame you for not remembering. I wouldn't say that. Well, sign aside, maybe I can come visit you one day when I'm in the area. Don't you have work? It occurs to me then that I don't really know much about his job. In fact, I don't even know when he normally streams. Streaming is pretty flexible. Since I'm independent, I can basically make my own schedule and pick the days I want to do it. I also set a max limit for myself since I don't want to be online too much. Must be nice to be able to dictate your own hours. Yeah, I also agree that when you are like doing this, when you're like streaming, you should really establish like the amount of hours that you want to do it, because there's like interaction with people, and there's also the fact that you're using, for instance, for me, like I'm using a lot my voice, and after some hours of you using and forcing your vocal cords in a certain way, it starts really hurting, okay? And it can even have like some kind of repercussions, like of you using for hours and hours and hours long your voice like that. I mean, you do have a lot of jobs where you do that, like if you are a teacher, some kind of a communicator, even in like public relations, like where you need to, like radio, like, yeah, you're going to use a lot of your voice, but it's good that you establish like, okay, it's going to be like 5 hours and that's it, because you are using a lot of your voice doing this. And if you have like a community that you need to manage, there's also that. Yeah, though I'm not sure the cap is working. I've been hitting it constantly recently. Maybe that's a sign you should increase it then. I don't know if I can do much more than 8 though. I'm sorry, did you say 8? 8 what? 8 hours? That's as long as my workday. But unlike me, I doubt he has any downtime while he's streaming. Yeah, like for me, it was like 8, no way. Yeah, no. But I used to do it. I used to do that amount of hours. But, well, nowadays, I can't even do that. I can't. But that's a lot. That's actually a lot. As I was saying to you, like in terms of your voice, and sometimes even like video editing that you need to do afterwards or something like that, like you need more time. So I would say like basically 5 hours would be like kind of like ideal, Everyone else is putting in the work too. I need to work just as hard to keep up. Oh, but if you think my schedule's bad, you should see Sammy's. He's an early riser, so he's usually already in front of his computer when I get there, and then he's still sitting there when I finish streaming, in the same position and everything. Early riser? Are you sure he doesn't just pull all-nighters and not sleep? Wait, you stream at the Hideout? I guess that does make sense. I don't know where Jim lives, but his house can be as big as Sammy's. Can't be, sorry. Yeah. It's quieter there, and I have my own room for it. There's no real downsides. Yeah, when you're streaming, it's very important that you are like in a quiet place. I am not right here where I am, because I used to live in another place. Right here where I am, it's not good, because there's a lot of sound coming from outside. There's a lot of interruptions of people coming in here. It's not good. And there, like my neighbor is always like working on something too, which is pretty annoying. I don't know if you listened yesterday, but he was like doing something, I don't know, with the metal or wood, and yeah. So show me your channel. Does that mean you live with someone? Let's go into personal stuff. Huh? Why? You just said it was quieter at the Hideout, so I assumed it might be noisier at your home. It's silent for a couple of moments, and he surprisingly looks hesitant to respond. Oh, you don't need to answer if you don't want to. Sorry, I didn't mean to ask such a personal question. No, it's okay, I don't mind. Despite saying that, however, it still takes a few more seconds of him fidgeting around before he seems to still himself. It's my cats. They are rather whiny, so it's hard for me to stream around them. Oh, you have cats. Why do you look so embarrassed? That's cute. He nods, but looks away, and I can instantly tell there's something he's not telling me. Cats, plural, and how many do you have? His face turns completely red, and he coughs a little to try to regather himself. 5. When I was in the US, we had a ton of cats. I had... okay. 5? 6, 7. We had 7 cats. 7. Yeah, it was something. And it was funny because all of them, oh, sometimes it was impossible. All of them, they would just like go to my side of the bed. They like it to sleep next to me. And although I was the newer person in there, they just liked me. I don't know how to put it. They really liked me. And it was, sometimes it was like crazy. Because one of them liked to sleep on top of my head. The other one on top of my back or chest, depending on the position that I was. Then the other 2 would go to my sides of like the chest. And another one, Purse, she liked to sleep between my legs. Each one of them had like their own thing. It was like it was cool during the winter, you know, because I was feeling warm, but during the summer it was yeah, hard. It really hard, and each one of them had their own personality, you know how cats are, and each one of them were like I had one of them that really liked to go on top of the kitchen furniture. How do you say, like the drawers and all of it? It has a name. So he liked it to jump down when I was like, you know, cutting vegetables or something like that. It was like so hard. Sometimes I wanted to, you know, scream to them, and yeah, because each one of them has their own personality. You really are a cat grandma. You just had that vibe about you. What vibe? His face somehow turns even redder, and I can't help but laugh harder. Thankfully, he seems to be a good sport, though he does pout a little and give me small nudges until I stop giggling. Anyway, enough about me. Let's talk about you. How's your job? Do you like it? When did you start working? What are your co-workers like? I feel like I'm getting interviewed. I don't like my job at all. That was fast. Is it normal? I feel like most people don't like their jobs, especially when they are just starting out. I wouldn't even say just starting out, because when you start out, you kind of have like that euphoria of like, oh, I want to know everything, and everything kind of feels like okay, and after a while you start seeing the flaws and the issues that are going inside of the organization, and how people actually perceive you as co-workers, and how they talk about you and all of it. And then you start kind of like feeling like you actually hate your job. Yeah, that's it. I just get bossed around by my boss, bossed around by my co-workers. The work's not even fun most of the time. But it's not the worst thing in the world. At least I get paid enough to be able to afford the necessities. Other people have it way worse, especially in this economy. I should consider myself lucky I'm even employed. It's my fault for having my expectations too high right out of college. Do you have to work there? Well, yeah, it's not like there are a lot of detective agencies to choose from in general, and most of them don't hire people out of college. I could try to work as a police investigator, I guess, though I have to say that what I saw today didn't exactly fill me with much confidence. Yeah, they are not great. I wouldn't mind working with you though. When's your shift, Officer Jim? Whenever you are there, of course. I'll always make time for you. Huh? If you don't like working there, you should just leave and open up your own agency. Yeah, like you can just do it like that. Yeah. I can just quit. I've only been working there for 2 years. Does the number of years matter? Oh, maybe not, I guess. I'm just used to teachers hammering it in that we need to tough out our first job and things like that. It's your life. You should live it how you want. Well, having my own agency would be the dream, but it would need more than one employee. I'm not sure where I'll find another detective. Don't worry, I'll help you. I could do stakeouts or tail people. He starts ticking things off on his fingers, looking more and more excited. And then Alexei could be our bodyguard, Sammy could do the surveillance work, and Theory could provide the funds. Am I just a wallet to you? Prince Theory rolls his eyes when me and Jim turns to give him a synchronized thumbs up, though I think I see the corners of his mouth fighting a smile. We can call it Yunie's Detective Agency. Feeling very creative today, aren't you? But yeah, that sounds fun. It'll be like an odd job agency. Now that I think about it, that's already kind of what the hideout is. I think about everything that happened today, from the friendly atmosphere to the investigations to everyone's chipping in to solve the mystery. Being able to do that forever as a living. Yeah, maybe I'll let myself daydream about that kind of future tonight. What was that noise? Oh, okay, it was the Theo one. I'm going to pause in here and we're going to start with the Sammy one, okay? Because I need a break.